Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a global tour of the world's most incredible abandoned vehicles. From Soviet sea monsters to Ferraris left to rot in the desert, these machines are more than metal. They're frozen moments of ambition, failure, and history. We'll uncover shipwrecks, ghost trains, and stories so bizarre you'll think we made them up. So buckle up. This is a journey through rust, ruin, and remarkable tales. If you love mechanical mysteries, hit subscribe. Let's get started. The world's most incredible abandoned vehicles coming up now. First stop, the Caspian Sea, home to the monstrous Lune-class ekranoplan. This Soviet sea monster skimmed above water, powered by 8 jet engines built to carry missiles and evade radar. Part plane, part boat, all menace. After the Soviet collapse, it was abandoned and left to rust. In 2020, a failed move left it stranded, half in water, half on sand. Now, tourists clamber over this bizarre relic, the Caspian Sea Monster, a superweapon-turned selfie spot. Next, Dubai, a city of supercars and superlatives. Here, a Ferrari Enzo, one of only 400 ever made, sat abandoned in a police impound, buried in sand. Its owner, a British expat, fled the country to escape debt and jail time, leaving this 650-horsepower masterpiece behind. The Enzo became an urban legend, a symbol of Dubai's darker side, where fortunes and dreams can vanish overnight. After years of neglect, it was auctioned off for a fraction of its worth. Restoration costs astronomical. It's a cautionary tale. Even the world's most coveted cars are worthless if you can't keep them. The Enzo's sad fate is a reminder. Sometimes the price of ambition is abandonment. In Dubai, even legends can be left to rot. What a way for a supercar's story to end. Deep underground, New York City hides its ghost trains, abandoned subway cars left to decay in darkness. These forgotten sidings became unofficial museums, covered in graffiti and echoing with memories. Some cars became artificial reefs, but a few linger, silent and untouched, deep in the tunnels. New York's ghost trains, relics of a city that never sleeps, now forever at rest. A haunting reminder that even the busiest machines can be forgotten. No vehicle is more famously abandoned by disaster than the RMS Titanic. Once the world's largest, most luxurious ship, it sank on its maiden voyage in 1912, lost for decades in the Atlantic's depths. When found in 1985, the wreck was haunting, chandeliers still hanging, shoes scattered, a ghostly time capsule. Now bacteria consume the steel, dissolving it into rusticles, slowly erasing the ship. The Titanic is not just a wreck, it's a living story of loss and impermanence. A chilling postscript to a tragedy that still echoes today. Let's lighten things up with a car that's more time machine than transport. The Delorean DMC12. With its gull-wing doors and stainless steel body, it was a futuristic icon, even before starring in Back to the Future. Only about 9,000 were made before the company collapsed, making each one a rare piece of history. Years later, one was found abandoned in California, covered in dust and pine needles, a real-life mystery. The owner, unable to part with her late husband's car, simply let it sit, a memorial frozen in time. After gaining online fame, a specialist restored it to glory, proof that even the most forgotten machines can get a second chance. The DeLorean, a car built for the future, rescued from the past. Great Scott indeed. From pop culture to the battlefields of history, meet the T-34 tank, the Soviet workhorse that helped win World War II. One such tank vanished into a Russian bog during the war, lost and forgotten for 60 years. Rediscovered by enthusiasts, it was painstakingly dug out, amazingly intact, preserved by the peat. Even more astonishing, after some tinkering, its engine roared back to life. A machine abandoned in war, revived decades later, a testament to rugged engineering and the stories machines can hold. Now restored and displayed in a museum, it's a direct link to the past. The T-34. From battlefield ghost to living history. Sometimes the machines we leave behind refuse to die. Proof that even in rust there's resilience. The Iron Ghost rides again. Next, the Boeing 747. Once the queen of the skies, now a roadside curiosity in suburban Bangkok. After its airline went bust, a local businessman bought the plane for scrap, but the project stalled. Stripped of engines and seats, the jumbo jet became a hollow shell, parked in a field among houses and shops. Sensing an opportunity, the owner opened it to the public, turning an aviation icon into a tourist attraction. Inside, it's eerie. Empty decks, exposed wires, and a cockpit stripped bare. Visitors climb the famous upper deck, exploring a legend in decay. From global travel to local landmark, the 747's journey is as strange as it is fascinating. A playground for photographers, a monument to changing times, the queen of the skies, grounded forever. Sometimes even giants retire in the suburbs. Now to Kazakhstan's Lake Kandy, a turquoise mountain lake filled with the trunks of drowned spruce trees, creating a surreal sunken forest. The lake was formed by an earthquake and landslide in 1911, submerging the forest and over time, unlucky vehicles that slid in on the treacherous road. Soviet-era Ladas and Jeeps now rest on the lakebed, perfectly preserved in icy water. Divers descend through ghostly trees to find these accidental shipwrecks. Ordinary cars in an extraordinary setting. The vehicles, like the trees, are frozen in time, part of the lake's haunting beauty. They're not famous or valuable, but their abandonment makes them remarkable. Nature's power to create and consume is on full display. Lake Kandy, a place where machines and forests share a watery grave, a haunting, beautiful secret beneath the surface. In a Belgian forest near Châtillon, hundreds of classic cars once sat abandoned, forming a silent, moss-covered traffic jam. Urban legend claimed they belonged to American soldiers after World War II, but in truth, they were the collection of a local garage owner who simply ran out of space. For decades, the forest slowly consumed the cars, trees growing through windows, rust blending with nature. It became a photographer's dream, and an internet sensation, until environmental concerns forced the site's dismantling in 2010. Today, only photos and memories remain. The Châtillon car graveyard, a fleeting museum of decay, now lost forever. Proof that even the strangest automotive history can vanish overnight. Sometimes the forest wins, and all that's left is legend. In Budapest, old yellow trams, once the city's lifeblood, end their days in the Kellenfold depot, a graveyard of obsolete rolling stock. These trams from various eras sit rusting on overgrown tracks, windows smashed, interiors gutted. Some are covered in graffiti, others slowly swallowed by nature. It's not an official museum, just a forgotten corner where history lingers. Occasionally the city clears out the oldest wrecks, but for now, the tram graveyard remains, a melancholy monument to Budapest's industrial past. Each tram is filled with echoes of a million journeys, now silent. The end of the line for machines that once moved a metropolis. A final quiet station, forever parked. In California's Mojave Desert lies the boneyard, a vast resting place for hundreds of retired airplanes. The dry air and hard ground make it perfect for storing jets, from 747S to DC-10S, all parked in silent rows. Some await a second life, most are dismantled for parts, their faded liveries a ghostly reminder of aviation's golden age. Walking among these giants is surreal. Machines built to soar, now grounded forever. At night the wind howls through empty fuselages, the moon glinting off silent cockpits. The boneyard is more than storage, it's a monument to progress, obsolescence, and the dreams of flight. Here, the journey truly ends. Even the mightiest wings must rest. The boneyard where aviation's titans sleep. Our final stop, Namibia's Skeleton Coast, a desolate, fog-shrouded shoreline littered with shipwrecks. For centuries, ships have run aground here, doomed by treacherous currents and relentless surf. Once stranded, rescue is impossible, the desert claims everything. Wrecks like the Edward Bolen now sit half-buried in sand, miles from the sea, slowly dissolving into the landscape. These skeletal remains are warnings, monuments to nature's indifference and human ambition. Whale bones and rusting hulls lie side by side, reminders that the sea gives up its dead, both animal and machine. The silence and scale are humbling, a world where the planet always has the final say. The Skeleton Coast, where dreams of conquest end in rust and sand. Here, abandonment is absolute, the ultimate graveyard at the edge of the world. So there you have it, 12 incredible machines, each with a story of ambition, failure, or tragedy. From Soviet monsters to sunken forests, these aren't just rusting relics. They're echoes of the past, reminders that nothing lasts forever. I hope you've enjoyed this journey through the world's most fascinating automotive graveyards. Which abandoned vehicle was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, give us a like and subscribe for more amazing stories from the world of machines. Good night!